Well, good morning. It's Sunday, the 19th of May. Let's check out what's been happening in asset class this week. Well, it's a beautiful day here in Ireland and great last week at asset class. We had the opportunity to welcome our latest client. It's a brand new client in a brand new country in Portugal. So great to be able to welcome them. We'll, I'm sure, announce the details of that once they've gone live. We'll start that project this week. Also kicking off in Asia Pacific with our first client in Australia. Looking forward to that. These firsts are to be celebrated. Although we've been in business now, this is our 5th year. It's an opportunity for us to continue to celebrate these firsts in the business, and really looking forward to welcoming those new clients once they go live here in the coming weeks. So one of the things I've mentioned many times in this vlog is that initial feeling that the markets were starting to gain some additional momentum, albeit slowly to begin with. The pace has definitely quickened. I'm seeing, certainly, interestingly, Europe rebound quicker than the US. My thesis for that is that many of the countries that we're seeing, have or experience this uptick. They're smaller countries. They will be impacted quicker by a downturn, but consequently can rebound quicker in the upswing. And so definitely seeing that. Some of the smaller countries, I mentioned Portugal is a new market for us. Actually quite a lot of activity there, which is great to see. We're seeing Italy strong. We announced a number of weeks back our latest client here in Ireland. Again, smaller countries that are rebounding a little bit more quickly. We are still seeing a lot of new funds launch stateside, which is great also. But relative to the markets, Europe in the grander scale of things is about 1/3 of the size of the US. From a private equity venture capital perspective, in terms of number of funds and number of firms. So we'd expect roughly similar amounts of activity, but right now it's about 50-50 between Europe and the US, which is great to see, and what gives me an opportunity to spend some additional time here. I'll be in Europe for the next 3 weeks or so, and looking forward to continuing to engage the European market as we see that upswing. And from a product perspective, some really interesting developments underway. We're spending a lot of time focusing on the asset management side of the product. Some really great enhancements coming down the line there. Great work being done, being led by our team here in Ireland. We're also working very closely with our strategic partner, Salesforce, to look at how we can embed things like Copilot, their AI capability, their CRM analytics, which will allow for more engaging and far more interactive charting capabilities. So we'll see that start to come into the product here as well. But some really interesting stuff being done on the product side, and a really great product team here at Asset Class. Again, most of that work taking place here in Europe, which is great to see. So watch this space. We'll have some, I hope, interesting announcements to share with you in the very near future. But were some great sessions this past week on those two topics. And speaking of our strategic partner, Salesforce, I'm looking forward to attending the upcoming Salesforce World Tour here on June 6th in London. Looking forward to it. If you're going to be in the area or around at the event, or indeed in London and available to meet, I'd love to meet with you. Just ping me, drop me a DM on LinkedIn, or email me. If we're engaged with you today, I'll certainly be reaching out to let you know when I'm in town. I'll go out a day or two earlier and meet with our London-based clients and prospects. So looking forward to that. And then finally this week, in the latest installment of The People of Private Capital, this coming week I'll be interviewing Sequoia Borgman, the founding partner at Borgman Capital, based out of Milwaukee. Great private equity firm. I'll be sharing more about what they do and Sequoia's story, his background, his journey to the formation of the company, the investment thesis of the company, perhaps talk about some of the portcos that they have invested in. So really looking forward to that. That will take place, the interview will take place this week, and we'll bring that to you here in the next couple of weeks. Later this week, we'll release the latest installment of The People of Private Capital with Pat Kinsel, the CEO of Proof. So check it out, and we'll put a link in the comments below. But that's it for another week. I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you have a great one, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.